And another thing with fasting, you know, if the health thing isn't like as far as physical health, if the physical health thing isn't enough for you, like when he was saying how you have to get control of yourself and you change your internal to change your external, you know, that's very important. You'd be surprised. You'd be like, man, I'm just eating. I'm just, you know, getting healthy physically. It's like, how can that change my life? But like he said, your internal is a reflection of external. So if you don't feel good internally, whether it be mentally, you know, you don't feel confident, then you going out in the world, you're not taking all the opportunities you could get because you're not feeling good mentally. And it's the same way. So it's like if you're not feeling good physically on the inside, it's the same thing. You're not at full strength. You know, you going out there at 50%, you going out there at 25%. You're not giving yourself the chance that you could. And internal changes is what starts to, like, it just happens. It's hard to fully explain, but you got to see it. It's like it just happens. Things just start lining up because it's really about what serves you and what doesn't. So when you're in the grocery store or whatever, and this is how it should be easy. When you're picking up something, you got to look at it and say, does this serve me, or is this useless? You know, how are those Lay's chips going to serve you? What is that going to do for you? How is that going to add nutrition to the body? How are you going to feel after eating that? And when you start gaining a discipline with that, when you start taking note of that, you'll start to do the same thing almost automatically with the people around you. You'll start to say, you can start doing, it's like, how do I feel when I talk to this person or text them? How do I feel when I'm around them? And then the same thing with the environments and stuff and the places that you go in. You start changing on the inside, your external going to change automatically because one, you might have to start shopping at a different store. You might want to start hanging out with different people. You might want to be on people who's going through the same different type of change, and that's how your whole life changes. You know, when I first got started, if somebody told me this is what I would be doing, you know, I would never believe you. I thought I was supposed to be, you know, doing like the camera and stuff. And once I got healthy, it was like all these different doors just try to open. It's like who I was around, who I was hanging with is like completely different because I'm a completely different person. You know, my whole mindset is different. I'm different physically. So it's like my mindset and what I was doing, who I was around back then, they couldn't be around the more positive person today. You know what I'm saying? That all just started from just taking more note of the food. Like it sounds crazy. It's like it can't be that simple, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even the way that we eat is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. You know, we might like, you know, the same way when you get money or something, it's like you want to get the steak and lobster. You doing the same thing unknowingly. It's like you may feel like a dude might feel like I'm big, I'm rich, and you know, I want to get that steak and lobster. You may not realize it, but even when you have money in your account, you still might feel internally worthless, and that's why you're going to eat that way. You eat worthless food. You eating things that's putting you down because you feel down about yourself. We don't like you'll be talking to somebody, but it's like it's as simple as not understanding that it's like you don't have to do that. It's like you could have better. You know, I'll be telling people it's like, why don't you desire a luxurious lifestyle? It's like it's for you. It's like it should be. It's like why not? It's like we spend enough time worrying. We spend enough time doing negative things. It's like why don't you use that same energy to like dream of yourself in a nice house or something? It's like we
But
not taught to think that way. We not taught to think in a positive way or with positive actions. Like we gotta flip that around.
see
And what I
that's
do is I don't deal with diets and stuff because a diet is something temporary. You go on a diet when you're about to go to prom, when you're about to get married, when you're trying to fit in a tux or something, you're going down the size real fast. It's like you got to do a lifestyle change. So
exactly
if
lifestyle.
you make the change that this is who you about to be, it's like you ain't going back. You know, I can't go back to that. It's like you leaving that behind. That person died, and now I'm about to be this whole new person. And you know, I'll let G talk because I got to plug him off.